These are the 5 best counterspells in Commander if you're building on a budget.
If you're building a blue deck in Commander, cards like Force of Will and Force of Negation, they sort of feel like they show up in almost everybody's decks.
But if you like to build a lot of decks and you don't want to play with proxies, then maybe you just don't want to shell out the money for those in every single deck. And so here are 5 counterspells that I think are really quite good that can be played for less than a couple bucks a pop. First up is Arcane Denial. For blue 1, you get to counter target spell. Its controller may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. You draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. The resources get put at parity, right? Your opponent gets 2 cards, you get 1 card, you lose a card for having cast the Arcane Denial, but for blue 1, you just get a hard counter. In Commander, dealing with 3 other players, the resource management there doesn't matter that much. This card is generally great, and it's in a lot of Commander precons. Number 2 is Delay. This is a favorite of mine. For blue 1, counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, remove it from the game with 3 time counters on it instead of putting it in its owner's graveyard. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. So Delay is funky, right? Because this is going to put basically a spell on delay for 3 turns. And if your opponent has something really good 3 turns later that's still going to beat you and nobody at the table can do anything about it, so be it. But I think that in general, this card does a really good job of countering spells, and again, can be purchased for less than $2. For 3, we're going with an offer you can't refuse. Blue, counter target non-creature spell. Its controller creates 2 treasure tokens. It's pretty well known. It's in standard right now. It's just one of the best counter spells ever, right? For blue, you get the negate. You give them 2 treasures. Who cares? Again, in Commander, that resource management just doesn't matter that much. This card is inexpensive and very powerful. Be sure to hit that follow button if you guys like content like this. I'm planning on doing like a top 5 series like this for a bunch of different things. Removal spells, Wrath of Gods, card draw, ways that you can put good cards in your deck for not a whole lot of money. Number 4 is Depriv Blue, counter target spell. As an additional cost to cast Depriv, return a land you control to its owner's hand. You can see that a lot of what we're doing here is basically just taking classic counterspell, but like adding some downside to it to make it a little bit less good. But again, putting a land back in your hand in Commander 1 time for a straight up counterspell for blue is pretty good. I don't see this card played nearly enough. And speaking of counterspell, though not this version's not like less than $2, but just hard counterspell has been printed so many times you can get a copy of this for like $1.50. Blue, counter target spell. It's that simple. It's one of the best counterspells of all time. Of the classic, really great counterspells, it's the only one that's just really affordable and inexpensive. So those are 5 great counterspells you can be playing in your Commander decks for very inexpensive. Let me know if I missed any that you personally love and if you agree or disagree with this list. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.